Yes. Okay. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Vanessa was reporting on the bombing of the dedication ceremony for the church. She's going to talk a bit more about this in a second, but I just wanted to bring Baroness Cox on screen because she's written to Liz Truss a week or so ago. So this is to the Right Honourable Elizabeth Truss MP. Let's just have a look and see what Baroness Cox said. She said, "Dear Liz, it's reported that jihadis in northern Syria recently attacked a ceremony marking the consecration of a new Orthodox church. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of the town. Vanessa will remind us in a second. 2 people were killed and over a dozen injured. The absence of any statement from the British government is a serious cause for concern, especially amongst the local Christian population who already fear that the UK is indifferent to their suffering. I and many colleagues have raised similar urgent concerns about the plight of religious minorities throughout the war in Syria to no avail. I would therefore be very reassured by your commitment to a public statement condemning the recent attack in the strongest terms and expressing support for Christians across Syria. It's essential that the UK shines a light on perpetrators of this unprovoked and premeditated attack against innocent people. The freedom to believe, to pray, and commit acts of worship is a fundamental human freedom." So that's Baroness Cox. Vanessa, and I'm not aware that Liz Truss made any comment about this. I think the response to that was more silence.
Well, no, it wasn't silence, Mike. Of course, it was to sanction the leaders of the national defense groups in both of these Christian towns, to sanction them for their solidarity with Russia, effectively, when Russia has defended the Christian communities alongside Hezbollah, of course, in the region, while the UK, while fanfaring their support of Christian minorities in the Middle East, have effectively funded and sponsored and equipped and armed the groups that have ensured their cleansing. I mean, it's just criminal, abject hypocrisy. Unbelievable. Of course, she's not going to make a statement.
How can they be on the wrong side of history to that degree? I mean, what side of history does the UK government think that they're on in Syria, especially on this particular instance? Like, what do they benefit from sanctioning local Christian militias that are defending their own towns against foreign-backed jihadists? I mean, what do they hope to gain?
Well, it all depends who writes the history at the end of the day. We've got to make sure that the right people write the history.
Yeah.
So that they don't gain anything.
I don't think those textbooks are going to sell very well in 20 years' time, unfortunately. Indeed.